Okay, y'all, I am so sorry for being boring earlier. Um, After I started looking around my room and started cleaning things up and putting stuff away, I realized that I could be making my background, my barn board background. So I have adhesive wallpaper or contact paper or whatever the heck it is. It's adhesive. And a I don't know, one of those fold up presentation boards. Okay. So I've cut part of my contact paper to fit across this with a little extra room so I can cut it off. And I started putting this down and I realized, oh my gosh, I could be doing this as a live. I mean, super interesting. But I didn't know. I mean, if somebody wants to do something like this, I'm basically making this so that I have a background to put my projects in front of. Okay. Because not all my projects go with my wall color, which is, when I put it on the walls, I loved it, and I'm not crazy about it anymore. It's a chartreuse color, and it really doesn't go with anything except the blue that I paired it with. So, anyway, I just figured that I would put this down, and if anybody wanted to hang out, then they definitely could. So basically I'm pulling the contact backing off of the back of this, and I'm pushing it against the wall for leverage, because it's a slippery sucker. So, and I'm only doing a little bit at a time because I want to make sure that it's still lined up with the bottom here. Okay, that way I know it's straight. And the next part's going to be tricky, is doing the top of the boards. So, but I think in the end it's going to look wicked cool. And you can use it as a background for just about anything, I think. You know, as long as you have it up where you want it or down lower. Like putting a pet in front of it on the floor or whatever. You know, picture day for pets. It's basically, I got a roll of this for like $9.99 at Amazon. And because I'm a Prime member, I get free shipping. So that was pretty good because we don't have any stores around here that actually have anything that looks like this. Well, maybe Lowe's does. I don't know. I didn't go into Lowe's. I never think to look for stuff like this at Lowe's. I like the look of the wood. So throw that off. All right. So that looks good. All right. And that went on really nice and easy too. So I like the sticky back on that. I hope it holds. I've never done this before, so I don't know if it holds or not. Okay. But so right now I'm just smoothing it down. When I bought the contact paper, it said, oh, we suggest that you buy this, 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 and this. One of the thises was a flat edge tool that looks like a half moon, and I'm going to assume that it is to smooth out your contact paper so that it's nice and flat on your surface. Really not going to pay extra for that because I have hands and this is going on cardboard, and I'm not worried about how it's going to look on my wall. Although now the more that I look at it, the more I want to put it on my wall. So I'm just going to flip it around, and I'm going to see, I think I'm going to do it that way. I know I'm going to cover up part of the board because there's like a very thin strip right here that wouldn't look like a board in a house. It would look like a mistake. So, yep, not that one. That's that one. Okay. Okay, well, it is going to be this. That's not bad though. Okay. So I'm going to unravel, and then I'm to cut. Alright, I'm going to drop that on the floor, and then I'm going to see how much I need to cut off up here. Alright, so this is going to go like that. That's that side. So it's going to be right about here. I eyeball everything, which is probably not the greatest thing in the world to do, but I'm seriously not trying to be precise. I just want to get this cut without too much trouble. And in order to keep my contact paper down, I'm just going to put my water bottle right there, which makes a great weight. And just cut this. Now, anything that's over the edge is going to get cut off with an X-Acto knife. So, I'm not worried that I can't cut a straight line with my scissors. Some of us, you know, just were never that person. I can do it with paper. Now, don't get me wrong, but contact paper is a little bit different. And I honestly, because it's contact paper, I don't know if it counts as paper or not. I'm using my paper scissors on it, and I'm a little angry at myself for doing that, but I don't have a better pair of scissors. I mean, I do. I just don't know where they are, because I don't know where anything is in my room right now. So, okay, so now we're going to put this back down. And instead of lining it up with the edge, because I've got the paper going over the edge, I'm lining it up with that board, that line that I want it to go next to. Okay, and I want to make sure that it's pulled over a bit so that I've got excess there. So that's the way I want it to lay. All right. So now I'm going to pull the backing, and this is a pretty easy and cheap way. I got the poster board, the oh, I don't even know what you call it, but it folds open. I got that at the Dollar Tree. So so that was $1, and so this is a $10 project basically. Not too shabby, I don't think. So I'm going to line that up. Make sure that's all lined up the way I want. Okay, and I'm just going to tack that down with my finger. Make sure I got enough room on this edge before I start pulling it off and it all gets stuck down, and then I have to re-pull. I think we'll be okay. Alright, so now I'm just going to start pulling the backing off the back of it, just little by little. Smooth down. Okay, you don't have to go fast. It's nice to make sure that there's nothing bubbly or wrinkled in there. I can feel where my where the crease is, for where when you stand it up it's going to be turned in a little bit. So I'm kind of pushing my finger down in that. To make sure that it's got enough in there where I can kind of angle it, but it's not super noticeable. The big thing is I'm going to have to get out my the cutting mat that I have. It's not a very big cutting mat, and then cut around the outside of this, because I don't want to use my scissors for that. Because they'll just get all sticky. So, I will definitely use an X-Acto knife. And probably put a new blade on, because I want to make sure that I'm getting the best cut possible around the outside of this. I don't want it jaggedy. Even though hopefully that doesn't get in a picture. You know, I want to make sure that that it's a nice, that people believe that this is a nice wood wall, you know. And then when I'm done with this, I've got to go downstairs and I've got to put address labels on my Christmas cards because I did not do that. And that has to be done so that they can get out in the mail. I'm just batting 1,000 this year. So, all right. Put that off, throw that down. All right, that's nice. I really hope this stuff holds. I may end up folding the top down onto it, just as an extra hold. I probably should have done that with the bottom too. I never even thought about it. So if you decide to do this, just leave a little bit of extra room on the end, on the bottom and the top, so you can fold that down, and maybe that helps with the sticky a little bit better. I may not even have to cut. I may be able to just go around the outside, because who cares what the outside looks like, right? It's the inside that matters. It's what's on the inside. So, okay. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do here is just cut the corner. I want to do that. Just like that. This is a little bookbinding trick I learned. If you cut the corner like that, it's easier to fold over on both sides. And they don't end up crumbling on, or not crumbling, but I don't know what the word is, but they kind of like get together on the end and bunching up of the corners. So this is awkward though. It's a big piece. So it's a little awkward. And I suppose if you were worried about it coming off, you could definitely put tape on the outside. So move that over there. And I'm just going to push this side down. And then I don't have to cut anything, which is nice. So yeah, I could definitely put tape on the edge, on the outside of this to hold this down. And definitely wouldn't be able to tell on the inside. So I might end up doing that. Because I don't have much on this end. Okay. And then I'll do... Oh, look, it's got what it's called on the back of it. A project display board. Okay? So that's what it is. And you can get these at any store, but I mean, you can get them at the Dollar Tree for $1. And as far as I'm concerned, that's your best deal. And I mean, it's not like you're going to take them outside and put them in the weather or anything. So, I mean, they're not going to get ruined unless, you know, you've got a dog like mine who would rip it apart in seconds, except he's not allowed above the first floor. So, he's not going to get it unless he breaks through the baby gate and gets upstairs. So, alright. So, guys, look at that. That is wicked nice. I like that. Okay, so if you need a display board, find a pattern you like. Go to Amazon or wherever you shop. You might be able to go into your local, your local hardware store and find something that you like. And go to the Dollar Tree and get a poster board. And what, 10-15 minutes max with the cutting and measuring. Oh, I never measured. So you can measure, or you can do what I did and basically just put it out on your board, cut where you need to, and go from there. Either way, pretty easy, and it looks really nice. So you can definitely stage your items with something like this behind it, and it'll look really cool. So it just depends on what you like, but that's our project for tonight. I'm so glad I got inspired finally. So, all right. Have a good night. Thanks for joining me. Take care.